Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm excited to see what we're going to learn. So glad we all made time to be here together and make this happen.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think we're going to start with the history of North Star and how did you decide to create a golf sim space?
Yeah. So when I came on as a full-time employee for Breezy Point, previously I was working an assistant professional position, which was seasonal. When I became the head golf professional at White Birch Golf Course, I was going to be year round, and I wanted to make sure I was going to stay in the golf lane because I'm a
Mhm.
PGA associate professional, and that's kind of what I'm here to do is golf related things. So um, I just thought all the other resorts around us have golf simulators for the winter time. A couple other local non-resort related golf courses have them. So I thought we needed them to kind of stay in tow with them. So I just started researching affordable golf simulator equipment. And I ran across a video talking about Unicore. And I had gotten the green light from management to use one of our um, meeting rooms at the resort that didn't get a lot of use. It was mostly storage. So I thought, let's take that storage room and turn it into golf simulators, maybe generate
That's
some
a good
revenue.
idea.
Nice.
Yeah.
Um, and I got the green light, did the research, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, if I reach out to this guy whose video it was, is he going to get back to me? And he
Uh,
did within like a day. I just left him a comment like, "Hey, I'm looking to get set up with this." And that's when he responded and just said, "Hey, yeah, here's my contact in Minnesota," and it was Jeremiah. I reached out to
yeah.
Jeremiah, and we just hit the ground running.
And
Nice.
you initially had contact with Jay.
I believe so. I think his YouTube
Yep.
channel is Golf Simulator.
Yeah. Golf simulator videos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
That's Jay. Yeah.
Yep.
And so you started with just this room that had no value except to
Correct.
store things,
Mm.
but you didn't get a return on investment from that room. And so you started with how many golf sims?
So we brought in two golf simulators. They were just pop-up units that Jeremiah would come set up at the beginning of simulator season, the winter time, and then when spring rolled around, he'd come take them down for us. So we started with two. I think we were in that room for 3 years, and we saw a lot of success out of that room. And then maybe I'm getting ahead here, but when Breezy Point bought a local bar just up the road from just outside of Breezy Point resort called Billy's, they purchased Billy's and did some remodeling on the inside, and there was a private little dining space in back. And we had such success with the golf simulators just in a meeting room that's not designed for that at all. We had such success there that they thought, let's turn the back dining room into 4 permanent bays.
Wow.
Um, and so we kind of started throwing those plans together, and 4 or 5 different design concepts later, we have an awesome
You
simulator
do.
space.
And was Jeremiah able to help you with that design?
Yes, yeah, big time. There were some outside voices that had some really good ideas and concepts on paper, but logistically they just weren't going to map out. And he was kind of able to guide us when we weren't sure, is this a good idea, is this a bad idea? He was able to say, I've seen that done, it's not a good idea. I've done this before with this because it didn't work out the way they
He's
thought. So
so good at that.
he really
He is
is.
so good at that.
And of course, again, he's so busy, he's all over the place. And even if his
Yeah.
home base is 2.5 hours away. So,
Yeah.
but he's always so good at answering phone calls if it's an emergency or texts. He's back to me really quickly, and the communication has always been really good between the two of us. And no, he was a big help when we were setting this place up.
Mm.
It must be a fantastic addition for a resort in northern Minnesota where the weather, I mean, this summer we've had so many storms.
Yes.
And don't you see it as being a benefit for those stormy days, or if it's a cold day, windy day, hot, humid day, all those weathers can bring people inside.
We have noticed that. So this is our first full summer being open, which
That's
really
right.
we weren't sure. A total guess. We have no idea, were we going to get slammed? Are we going to be like, why are we open?
Yeah.
But it's been, obviously when it's 75 and beautiful and sunny, it's pretty quiet in here. We'll get the occasional people who are at the bar having dinner or having a beverage, and they say, "Oh, let's just hit some golf balls while we have a beverage." And yeah, it
Nice.
stays. There's activity for sure. But to your point, Denise, when it's rainy out, we've had several golf groups who have, I don't want to play because it's just cruddy enough,
For
and we say,
sure.
well, we do have the golf simulators if you still want to swing, and they'll come down, and it's also been a nice addition for. So we do a lot of corporate events at the resort.
Fun.
Mhm.
Host a lot of large groups for corporate outings, and it's been a nice amenity to add into their golf, or excuse me, into their stay if they want to do a little lunch meeting or a breakout session where it's not just sit and chat. It's let's go sit and chat and team build in the golf simulator and have some fun. So that's been a nice little
They do
amenity.
it on the golf course. They can do it in
Correct.
the golf sim too.
And a lot of times with those larger corporate groups, only a handful are golfers. So
Right.
they don't maybe want to spend 4 hours out in the golf
Yes.
course. But they can come spend an hour in here. It's the top golf philosophy, right? You don't have to be a golfer to do this. It's just kind of a fun activity that's a little bit more entertaining than just sitting around and chatting. So it's been a nice addition that way also.
Mm.
Um,
That leads to a question I was curious about. Do you find with the simulator in the space before and with the space now, is it kind of like the restaurant industry where there's like regulars and then there's just people like sort of people who come try it once to do it, for fun or on a trip?
For sure.
What's that
Yep.
like? Is that,
Yeah, it's when we were on location at the resort,
yeah,
it was a good mixture. We would have the people who were staying at the resort, and of course, right away when we put it up, nobody really we did this thing lightning fast the first year, and we didn't really even get time to let people know, hey, we have this, come check it out. We'd have people just pop in and, oh, had no idea this was here. It's like, yeah, come check it out. And yeah, we'd have people just staying at the resort and popping in. So you have your kind of weekend traffic of, I'm here for a couple days, I'll do this once or
right,
twice. But we also have a lot of not everybody leaves in the wintertime. Not everyone's a snowbird. So we have a lot of locals. A lot of our golf members from White Birch and traditional golf courses we sell a 10-hour bundle. So, it's just kind of a little package you buy and you come in and use an hour at a time, 2 hours at a time. So we had a lot of locals do that. We also host winter simulator leagues. So we
cool.
have, our first year we had, I don't know, 9 teams of 2, so 18 people. Our second year we had 16 teams of 2. Our third
nice.
year we had about 20. And then this last winter being in this space, we only had 2 bays, so we kind of had to limit it to the 20 because
Yeah.
we didn't do a set time and day. Again, with only 2 bays, it just wasn't going to work. So we kind of made it as loose as possible and said, anytime this week, this is the course we're playing. These are the tees. Come on in, get your round in when you can with your partner. So we made it as flexible as possible to accommodate with fewer bays. And then we kind of kept that same principle here, but now we have 4 bays. So
Yeah.
we did 2 sessions of league this winter. Our first one had 60 individuals. So that's 60 people every week that are going to come in and
Wow.
you get that camaraderie, you get to see those locals, and it's just it feels like the golf season again. And then our second session, we had 80 people. So it is a good mixture of the people who are here staying at the resort. They pop in, they try it while they're here. But we have a large, I would say it's probably predominantly locals, especially with the golf league. Now
That's
that we're over
amazing.
here.
My husband is the town I live in has the oldest candlepin bowling alley in the country,
Oh
which
yeah.
it's like it's like these small pins, right?
Hmm.
Anyway, he's on a bowling league all winter, which reminds me exactly of this. And I'm just thinking like that is so fun for people who aren't into bowling to have that similar idea. It's like something to do with
Yes.
your buddies in the winter. It's a regular thing, and how cool that you could do that in a
You,
simulator space.
just from a social perspective, it's you know you're going to go see your friends once a week. You're going to get
Yeah,
out of the house once, which it can be tough to get yourself to leave the house in the wintertime when we have a bad
yeah,
stretch of weather, but it gets you out. It gets you seeing people. It's, you know, sometimes when the fish aren't biting, it's not so much fun to sit out on the lake, and it's a little warmer in here. So,
cool.
um, and
It's really
one
fun.
really cool element with the with North Star, that our league guys specifically really enjoy. I mean, our servers are great, but we have a self-pour tap wall that's just outside the simulator room. So they just
Wait,
buy.
wait, wait. I'm the newbie here. Can you explain
Yes.
what that is?
Okay. So it's like, have you ever seen like the jukeboxes? You can just go up and pay, and you get to pick songs.
Yeah, yeah.
Think about that, but it's a beer wall. It's just a line of taps with, I think we have 18 different kinds of beer. You get your beer card,
Wow.
and you don't have to wait for a server. You
That's
can just,
really
I,
cool.
I like this beer on the wall, and go get my beer card and my glass, and you just go, and when you're ready, fill. And what my wife really likes about it, because she likes to try everything on the menu, is
Yeah,
she can just do a little quarter glass. You just, because
Yeah.
it's a pay by the ounce thing. You just put your card up there,
Oh,
and you pour.
nice.
Okay, I want to try this beer. Oh, I didn't like that. I'm gonna get a different beer this time. So that's just from a convenience factor, and that's just kind of a fun little added bonus
that
that
is so cool. I feel like I've
really
been
neat.
in the dark ages that I didn't know this existed.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's
I know
fun.
we got off track from golf simulators, but what
That's
a cool
Well,
fun
that's all part
combo.
of it, though. That's
it
It's
all part of
is.
it.
so
You know,
fun.
it's a collective experience. It's the
Yeah,
food, it's the environment, it's the, it's all connected. So
yeah.
yeah,
And you must be serving food to those that are in the Gulf Sim space.
certainly. Yep,
Yeah,
yep. So our servers will come back here and serve the bays as well. Yep.
sure.
Wow.
Wow. So, you just mentioned I think touched on a question I had, and that is like, what kind of advice would you give to somebody who's thinking about opening a golf sim business?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I mean, again, it's all, every operation is different. Every market
That's
is
true.
different, of course, but I think depending on your capability to invest in the right equipment. Don't try and go cheap with it, because customer experience is everything. Um, I'm not making a pitch for Unicore, but Unicore has been fantastic.
We are.
It's
Yeah.
accurate, it's reliable.
Mm.
No simulator is perfect. The short game is always a little goofy, but from my experience, I think the short game on Unicore is the best I've played on. There are really expensive units that are really great. The ones where the ball pops up from the floor and the floor moves, and they're really cool. But they're just, again, you got to stick within your means, of course. But I would definitely just invest in the right technology and equipment, and don't. That's not a place to cut corners, because if
I agree.
Mm.
customer experience is everything. If they don't feel that the equipment is accurate, or if they just have a poor experience there, they're not going to come back.
If they don't trust, they're not going to spend their money there.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. And I often refer to Unicore as a workhorse. I think that all the launch monitors are good. They all have benefits. They've
Correct.
come, all of them have improved over the last 5 years. Um, but you just find those certain ones that you can trust and they last a long time.
Yep. Yep. They've
Uh,
been pretty darn bulletproof. And then the right software to run also. We operate um, GS Pro.
Yeah.
I just think that's a really, really solid software. And it comes with
Yes.
so many golf courses. I mean, depending on
Right.
what package you purchase and whatnot. And Jeremiah's helped us out big time there and guided us. And um, I've been very, very pleased with GS Pro.
Yeah. You have a great package.
Yes,
Yeah, you really, yeah. I often will say, if I often think about what would I tell my dad if he were
mm,
buying, what would I tell him? And GS Pro is easy. That's why wouldn't you choose that?
for
It's
sure.
a great price and you get
Yes,
so much for them. And they're always updating and adding.
for sure.
So that's good too.
Wait, I am curious about the question Denise asked about what would you tell someone who's interested in starting? Mostly because you have sort of these two experiences. You have the simulator space attached to the restaurant, and then you have the simulator space attached to sort of the resort experience. They're
Yes.
similar but different. Like, do you have any different advice for someone who's like attaching it to something else that's drawing people in versus just that?
Um,
That's a versus a standalone business.
Yeah, like they're
right.
kind of different experiences, although both of yours were attached to something.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's interesting. It is kind of an interesting setup because the North Star is obviously it's owned by Breezy Point Resort, but it is very detached from Breezy Point Resort. So it does kind of operate as a standalone
Yep.
business in its own. Um, I think the more obviously you want to bring people in to use the simulator bays, and that's you want to be that wants to be a draw for you. But the more reasons you can get them to stay, you know, food, beverage, other
Yeah.
amenities, the more you can have to coincide with the simulators, um, the more likely you are to have people stick around and have them repeat business.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm also
it's
imagining like I might not be a big golfer, but I might go with someone who is, and then there's those other pieces to
and
attract people.
that's where having the right menu, having the right
Yeah.
space, having it set up properly to where you can we get that all the time. We'll have a group of 7 come in, but only 4 or 5 of them are going to play. So you
Hmm.
want the people who are just sitting there as spectators to have a good time too. So we have the tap wall feature. We have a really nice, fun, unique menu. The environment in here is just comfortable and warm, and so
How
I
many
guess just
families
do
you
everything
must
right. I'm not sure. It's all dependent on what your means are and your location and the
Yeah.
market. Obviously, what your competitors are doing in your market is important to pay attention to and make sure you're at least staying in tow and try and offer something that they aren't.
Yeah.
you are so family oriented with the resort and restaurant. Um, how much do you see mom, dad, and the kids coming in? Or I'm thinking of Amanda who has a son that's getting towards 12 years old. I think that would be a great 12th birthday party place.
Yeah. Or just a bunch
Uh,
of, I also have
Bachelor
teenagers and
party.
young adults, like a bunch of
Yes,
teens and young adults. That's a great activity.
for sure. Yep, we
Yeah.
definitely see a lot of families. Um, so Breezy Point also owns an ice arena that's literally just right
Oh,
across the
cool.
street here, and they host hockey tournaments during the wintertime. So during the wintertime, it is
Oh,
jam packed with they if in between
yeah,
games they have a few hour break, they come over, they eat, and we'll have all 4
yeah,
bays filled with hockey teams. So anywhere
yeah.
8 to 15-year-old hockey players. So it's a great activity for kids
That's
and
cool.
families. And yeah, we see it
Wow.
all. We see kids as young as 4 or 5 in here, and then we see grandpa, pushing 90 in here.
Wow.
And what time do you open?
During the summertime, it's limited. We open at 2 in the afternoon, and we run till about 9. And then in the wintertime, we're open from 10 to 10.
Okay.
Are the
And
hours of the simulator different than the hours of the restaurant?
No, they
The
match the bar.
same.
They
Yeah.
match the bar.
Okay.
Yep.
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 and do you have the retired guys come in the morning during the wintertime? Do they come in and have a cup of coffee and
We
play?
will see that from time to time. Again, this is a pretty big snowbird area. A lot of our retirees
I
will
know.
leave for sure.
Hmm.
But yeah, we absolutely see that for sure.
Actually, when you said you had 80 people playing on that second league in the wintertime, I
Yes.
was blown away
Yeah.
because you do have so many people leave the area in the wintertime.
Well, we were too. We were not expecting that. We were actually gonna
And you're a
cap it.
small town.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. We were gonna cap it at like 34, 35 teams because just for space, we weren't sure how much we could really get away with, and accommodate our league and accommodate just the general public and resort guests and the hockey teams. But we kind of used it as a little bit of an experiment. Like we had 40 teams interested, so let's just go to 40 and see how it happens. And again, I think that the success of that is all predicated on keeping it flexible. Um, you know,
Yeah.
it's a lot of our guys they work. They can't make a
Yeah.
Tuesday at 4 o'clock work or Tuesday at 5. And if we were to do that, we limit ourselves to a certain amount of teams. If we
Yeah.
can have it open all week, you can come and play whenever you want. It opens that, typically a lot of our guys who are still working, they can make one day that week work after they're done, or
Probably
one day
want to
that
make
week
it
after they
work.
work.
Hmm.
Yeah, for sure. For
And
sure.
how do you take appointments?
Just via phone. We
Okay.
operate off of
Oh,
the
wow.
four up uh, um,
Mhm.
four up POS and booking system, and they can also book online. But
Oh, good.
mostly it's by phone call and just some online bookings.
Hmm.
Good.
Hmm.
Um, how do you see what new things are you thinking about doing, or what are you going to add for this next year's leagues, this next winter?
That's a good question, and I have to be honest, I'm not there yet.
Yeah,
We're kind of right in the thick of it for summertime. I
right.
operate 2 golf courses for Breezy Point Resort, and then also still the simulators. There's less to do for the simulators during the summertime, obviously, but it's still another location that if things go wrong, I got to come down. So, um, I think there's always adjustments that we're thinking about making. Either you brought up the retirees. We've talked about what if we open up a little bit earlier. We try and run
That's
even a
what I
couple
was
days a week
thinking.
where we open up early. Maybe it's a 7 o'clock. We do a special for those guys who want to come in, have some coffee and hang out. A little morning
Hmm.
early bird special, things of that nature. But as far as sitting down and really hammering out some details of what we can do, we haven't had that brainstorming session yet. We're always chatting and brainstorming and looking ahead, but we haven't really put pencil to paper quite yet.
I
What
like
I
the
love about
idea.
hearing, oh, sorry, Denise.
That's okay. Go ahead.
What I love about hearing your whole story is how, like, well, first of all, you use that language of the golf lane, which I just loved. Like
Yeah.
that's my lane. And then just like hearing your whole story is just this evolution. And as long as you stay in the lane, it kind of happens naturally. And of course, there will be some planning, but like the evolution is just like happening.
Uh, Someone from the bar just got here and turned the music on. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go turn that
Great.
off. I'm really sorry. I'll be right
No
back.
problem.
All right. Sorry about that. Part of the fun environment, right?
That's
Did
right.
they even know you were there?
No, no. So we have a barn door that slides open. It will close off the simulator space. So
Mhm.
that was one aspect of the design that we really wanted to keep was we wanted the element of privacy a little bit. Golf
Mhm.
can be for non-golfers or not very avid golfers, it can be kind of an intimidating activity. So
Hmm.
we didn't necessarily want people in the dining room able to be spectators because we want everyone of every
Great
level to feel
idea.
comfortable coming in. And of course, you're right next to other people, but no one's directly looking over and watching you. It's you. I think for the space we
It
had,
also drowns out the noise of the golf sim,
correct,
or blocks
correct.
the noise.
100%. Yeah, we want it to be a win-win for both the diners and then of course our golf
Mhm.
simulator guests for sure.
Hmm.
So how long have you been in working in the I'm sorry, how long have you been working in the golf industry?
This is my 11th season.
Okay.
So I started at Deacon's Lodge, which is our premier course at Breezy Point.
Right.
Arnold Palmer designed. I just kind of fell into it, to be honest. And 6 years there, and this is my fifth season over at White Birch.
And did you grow up in the area?
I grew up about an hour northwest of here in a little town called Nevis, Minnesota.
Oh,
Do you know Nevis?
yes, I do.
No kidding. That doesn't happen very often. Amanda, it's got 362 people in it.
Amazing.
I graduated with 32 kids. It's a really small community. It's very similar to the Brainerd Lakes area. It's very summer driven, resorts, cabins. It's just not quite as large scale. It's a lot more ma and pa resorts and not some of the big boys. But
Is it
Denise, how do
bigger
you know
now
Nevis?
than
I'm
when
sorry.
you grew up? Is it bigger now than when you grew up, or is it still
No,
small?
Nevis doesn't change, and that's part of the
Okay,
beauty of it. Yeah, no,
cool.
it's a
I,
real.
I- Go ahead. I actually started getting teary-eyed because it made me think of my grandfather.
Oh, you're
Wow.
kidding.
Yeah,
Huh.
he loved Nevis and talked about it all the time and
You are
would go,
kidding.
no, I'm not kidding. Yeah. In
That's
fact, I can't wait to tell my dad the story.
Did he grow up there?
He didn't, but he started hunting there and
Okay.
it was just a place that he connected with.
Oh, that's
so
unbelievable.
cool.
Not many people know where Nevis is. That's awesome.
Oh, I can't. That took me by surprise. Sorry.
I love that, but I'm not surprised at all.
Really cool.
Um, and so even just 11 years ago, or when you were a young guy, much younger guy golfing, you never saw this coming, that you would be working with golf sims and you can coach people inside in
Yeah, no,
Minnesota in the
for sure,
wintertime.
for sure. No, I never thought I would be in the golf industry at all. But so I got a 4-year business degree. I was going to just go into
Perfect.
banking and do all that. And I got a call back on a position in the area here. And I just had a gut feeling I wasn't going to be happy doing it. And I
Hmm.
made a very bad decision and turned down that offer and told them I had something else pop up, and I didn't. Um, then I kind of reached out to, I had a connection sort of at Deacon's Lodge, and I thought, I always thought the pros at the course I grew up playing had a pretty cool job. I was like, oh, it must be really fun, but I never put two and two together, like, hey, maybe you should try it. So I thought I'll do it for a summer, see if I like it. Maybe I'll get into the industry, and I'm still in it 11 years
There
later.
you
So
are.
I just trusted my gut, and it's led me to here. So it ultimately was a good decision.
I was gonna
Um,
say that sounds like a
yeah,
good decision to
on
me.
paper, it probably wasn't a great decision, but yeah, it's
That's the
life's
way it
good 11
goes.
years later. But yes, to your point, so the simulators has really opened up another avenue of the golf industry to us of club fitting and, of course, lessons during the winter
Yes.
time. So I'm on staff with golf manufacturer, well, sports manufacturer Mizuno, and we have
Really?
been fitting since 2022, I believe.
Hmm.
Um, and we've had a lot of success with that. We've made the top 100 fitters for Mizuno in the country twice now.
Wow.
Cool.
We were
That's
the
huge.
we were the only green grass facility in 2024 to make the list in our region here, which means we were the only golf course. Um,
Right.
I think it was in Minnesota. There was 5 other places that made it from Minnesota, and they're all like second swing or golf. So that's
Inside.
what they do is club fitting. So we're the only golf course to win that.
Oh, cool.
It's
Wow.
cool.
Wow.
And the simulators are a big part of that because wintertime is when that's fitting season because people are starting to think about the
Huh.
next season. That's they want to have a whole new set for the entire season. Um, so without the simulators, that avenue would be a lot more difficult for us.
It
Hmm.
just speaks right into the fact that everything your organization does, Deacon's Lodge, Breezy Point, simulators, is high quality. You guys are, you just nail it with whatever you're doing. You seem to nail it.
We're trying for sure. It's
You definitely have a great reputation.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's pretty cool.
I love.
Um, is there anything that you would like to, a story you would like to share or a detail you would like to share before we close out?
Oh, good question. Um,
It's a vague question.
yeah, I guess is it is it simulator wise or
Tell tell us about you have do you have kids?
I do. I have two little girls and I have another one on the way. We don't know what it is, but
Ooh.
so we'll have three this December. Yeah,
Yay, December. But the golf sim space, the golf course, the golf sim space is a place where you can bring the families, you can spend family time. And even
yeah,
for yourself, I mean, you know, you're in golf every day.
for sure. So I'll tell. I guess I'll tell a story then as it pertains to that. So we
Mm.
hosted a friend of mine's 30th birthday party. This is when we were still in the resort meeting room,
Mhm.
actually. And the whole idea was we'd have the adults hitting and chatting and just playing and having just a nice casual private event. And my oldest daughter Layla um, was 2 at the time, and none of the adults got to hit on one of our bays because she wouldn't leave.
Okay.
She just kept smacking balls at the screen, smacking balls at the screen, hitting them every third swing. She's actually pretty good now. She hits it pretty well. She's 4 years old now. Um, and so I guess that just speaks to it's fun for everybody. She has no concept of she had no concept of what she was doing. And this is a simulator. Didn't matter. She just saw a big screen lit up in a ball and she wanted to smack at it. So it's something enticing and fun for everybody. So
And it
everybody
may
got a kick out of that at the party. Everyone was perfectly content
That's
just sitting there
amazing.
watching this little girl in her
and
cowboy boots smack away at a ball on the
awesome.
screen.
Oh, that's so good.
And it's the big, you don't know what it's the beginning of. And all none of that experience would have happened if it weren't for the ability to be indoors playing golf.
For sure, for sure. And uh, not off topic, but I do want to just highlight how great Jeremiah was in
Thanks.
assisting us in getting a big hurdle to getting into this is the cost. It's not
Yes.
cheap to
Mm.
set this thing up. Each bay is expensive. The software can be expensive. The computers to run it, you can't just run this on any old computer if you want good results. It has to be a high quality computer. The projector, every detail, every piece of technology has to be of equal quality or your product is going to suffer. And Jeremiah
Mm.
basically made it a no-brainer scenario for us. If
Yeah.
he wasn't willing to do what he was willing to do,
Yeah.
it was probably worse than a coin flip's odd that we were going to get into it. So
Mhm. Wow.
he has to get a lot of credit just with his workability and his flexibility and what he was willing to do for us to get us over that initial fee
He's
um,
a
barrier to
problem
entry.
solver. He's a
Yes,
problem solver.
yes, he's definitely
With
not stuck in any sort of this is how I
ex-
do it. Here's what we're going to do. Here's my program.
exactly.
We sat down and it wasn't even a very long process, but he said, here's what we can do. And here's what we needed. And said, all right, let's do it. So
Yeah.
um,
And look
he
what
needs
it's
all the
turned
credit in the
into.
world.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really
Well, this has been so much fun. I am really excited about what you've done over the past few years, how things have grown, has how things have transpired, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to continue happening and growing and improving with what you've got going there.
For
Um,
sure. So
it's
are we.
so
We couldn't be more happy with how things have turned out, for sure.
it makes for a great space just for the employees too that are there, that they've got another amenity as well, that
Absolutely.
especially for those who like golf. They just get to be around it that much more.
It's funny when we were at the resort, speaking of the employees, when we were just below the third floor, which is where all you know, the office space is for
Right.
upper management and accounting and sales and all that. And our accounting department specifically, whenever they were having issues with, I don't know, numbers are tough. But
Yeah.
whenever they needed a little breather or brain break, they'd pop down
Uh,
and swing for about 5-10 minutes, and then it was a nice
that's
little stress reliever for them. So that was always kind of fun when they'd pop down when we had time. So
that's
um,
awesome.
but yeah, it's nice for, again, for the year-round employees. Breezy Point's really great with the amenities that they offer up to us, the resort amenities they allow us to use, and now having the simulators, it just offers another wintertime amenity that
Yeah.
they can use, and just another great perk of working for Breezy Point.
Oh my gosh.
So
You've given us so
obviously,
much
if
info.
you're in the area or traveling to the area, go visit. But for people who are have watched this out of curiosity and just want to see what you're doing from a distance, like where's the best place to go look? Do you have social media or a website? Or like
Yeah,
where would you send someone?
good question. The Breezy Point website. We just launched a new website, which has a lot of it's kind of summer focused right now, but we have some winter videos that are ready to go and come out. Also, the Breezy Point Facebook, Breezy Point Resort Facebook and Instagram has a bunch of pictures, and we
Cool.
actually, when we first opened last year, we flew a drone through here. Through
Hmm.
the whole building, you get to see North Star and then
Cool.
the
Cool.
simulators, and yeah, it's yeah, so that I would say the Facebook and Instagram are probably the
Nice.
easiest places to go find some footage. And
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank
absolutely.
you.
I'm in the, I don't know how well it would work, but just for your guys' curiosity, I'm in the space right now. Do you want me to try and turn the camera so you can guys
Sure.
just get a
Yeah,
quick
for
look?
sure.
Okay, I'll try and do this as best as possible. I don't know how well it's going to come through on the camera, but I'll just show you kind of half of the
That's okay.
space over there. Tell me if I need to go up or down.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
I like those benches.
Yes. So each bay can fit 8 people, um,
Nice.
4 in front, 4 in back. And the room is kind of split in half, and each side is mirrored to look just like that. We have the TVs behind us here for each bay. There's 6 TVs in total here. Obviously, you heard the music come through earlier uh, for a little bit of noise, and um,
Oh, I really like that a lot. That's a great setup.
it turned out really, really nicely.
Are you up higher or did it just look that way when you turned the video? Are you on
So
the same level?
so the bars that you saw over there, they're like at like a bar height. So I'm on a stool right now.
Okay.
And then the
Yep.
benches in front.
The benches in front are a little bit lower.
Nice.
Yep, for sure. Which
Yep.
obviously, people sitting behind people swinging, we wanted to make sure that it was a safe distance. So there was a lot of
Of
thought
course.
put into that, and a little bit of adjusting here and there. But we've, fingers crossed, knock on wood, we have had 0 incidents, and it's
Like
just a
that you
really
don't
comfortable
have a lot
environment.
of chairs and tables to move around, and
Well,
that's
yeah,
messy.
that was a lot of discussion and brainstorming of what do we do? We do loungy where we have more cigar bar lower seating with
Mm,
tables. Do we do sofa seating, kind of wrap around sofa seating, or do we make it adjustable? Um, we wanted to have a little bit of flexibility to where we can move things, shift them right or left, or just back, or just forward. Obviously, we want to clean up
right.
under things and that, but we want a consistent feel. We want the repeat customers to come in and know the experience that they're getting and have it be consistent and still comfortable. So this is kind of ultimately what we landed on, and it's worked out really, really well for us.
It looks like a great
So
plan.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Thank
Hey,
you. Have a fantastic day. We'll be
you
in
get
touch.
you guys do the same. Appreciate it. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Now I want to come visit.
I know,
Yeah,
I do
come on
too.
over.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.